Alright, what's up y'all? You're kicking it with the Junkyard Dog on junkyarddoggs.com. This is day 2 of 7 Days of Mayhem. So we're working on a fuel system. So I have a few different systems that I want to go through, right? So it's a fuel system, brakes, cooling, electrical, and an engine. Alright, so engine has got to do most of the intake. The bottom part of the motor is already done. I do got to remove the valve covers to make some vents on them, and I think that's about it. I did get the socket head bolts for the LS fuel rail, and I think that's about it for right now. So we're sticking with the fuel system. So I found a company out in Ventura and ordered an S-hose. I think LMR was selling it for 20 bucks. This company in Ventura was selling for $7 plus free shipping. So I went ahead and went with that for the fuel pump so I can get that in the tank in the car by the end of the week. What does that leave me with? That leaves me with putting in the hard lines. Now I've done this job before, as you guys saw on the notch. Only issue with this is this car had some like homemade subframe connectors, they're halfies, they're not the full length, and man, they are up there. I mean, they're in there, you know, so I gotta go ahead and cut them out. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. And then putting in the hard line. Let's go. Check it out. So I cut out one of them the other day. I got started just to see what it do. I got all this stuff under here in the way. So check it out, man. So I got the Maximum Motorsports full frame full sub connectors. You see where the other one was at? I cut it, and now I gotta like get those plates out the way because it goes right in the exact same place as the Maximum Motorsports joints. Okay, and then let's keep going underneath here. And look, see that? Gotta cut them out, and this is some 1/4" steel. It ain't no pump. So let's get started. I'm not even gonna put my camera under here while I'm doing it because I don't want to get metal dust on the camera. So I'm gonna put the cameras down and cut them out, and we'll be right back. All right, so I got it out. Turn on the light here so you can see. Man, that was awful. Oh man, that would have been so much easier if I had a torch. Hey, if any of you guys out there, see there's the so-called subframe connector thing or whatever. I cut it out. But what I was gonna say is, if any of you guys out there have an oxyacetylene setup that you want to sell, put it on the site and I'll buy it from you, man. It'd be prefer if you guys are local, because that was hell, man. And still, there's large pieces of it still in, you know, in the car. I would have preferred if they didn't even have these at all. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got it out. So the fuel line can go in now, but I'm interested in seeing how I'm gonna route this so that I can continue to cut out the rest of these to get the subframe connectors in. I'm not gonna put the subframe connectors in and weld it. I'm not gonna weld it in on the ground like this. I'm gonna bring it to my homeboy over Azteca Auto over in Long Beach to weld those in and put in the torque arm and to put in the panhard bar, because doing it on the ground it's really hard on me, you know what I mean? So all right, so let's put this fuel line in and get it in place. The main part of the subframe connectors are out, but I still got to cut or trim down at least the actual brackets themselves, which is proving to be real difficult. For some weird reason, I can't seem to find my pack of self-tapping screws. I don't know where they are. So in the name of getting stuck on something, let's move on to something else. This is really frustrating because as I'm looking at this, you know what? I know what I could do. Let's mount that computer that I put together on that fancy board. Let's get that done. Because as it looks like right now, the stores are all closed. I need some self-tapping screws and I don't have any to put the fuel rail in, and I don't have any, man. And I need one more Sawzall blade to continue cutting. The other one I had broke. But yeah, let's keep this rolling, man. All right, so since we can't do much else on the fuel system to some other parts coming in, you guys saw me work on this a few episodes back on the computer sitting up top. Well, the issue that I found is when I tried to drill a bigger hole to pass the wires through and then install a grommet, you know, even though it's plastic, I still want a rubber grommet. Look, it chipped all up. So the thing is, and I noticed on the edge of this, it's all chippy. This is like, it's real brittle. It's like plastic glass, and I didn't really know the difference between the plastics. So I went back to the Plastic Depot and I got this piece of plastic. It was a lot more flexible and soft, but still hard enough to hold all the electronics. So I'm gonna go ahead and recreate this board again. This time it's a lot quicker because everything's all attached, and then mount it to this board. Now the only issue, once again, don't have my self-tapping screws, so I can't install it right now, which is what I want to do, but at least we'll get that done for the day. All right, so here's the new plastic electronics fuse box plate, I guess, with a slight modification down here because I noticed that the other one wouldn't fit right, this thing on the corner here. So let's get to transferring everything from here onto there. All right, so here is the new version. I've added one more relay right here for the fans. If I remember correctly, there should be 2 relays for the fans, so that might actually not be for the fans, because over here I noticed that there is a big fat relay right here. So yeah, it's like, this is real janky. I don't know what this is. It's all like hanging. I just find out what this is actually not a ground, and I had it grounded. It's not a ground at all. This is before I was learning wiring with Steve. These accessories do need to come back off because I got replacement brackets, which I will be bringing to the sandblaster to clean them up and get them back over here. I'm gonna mount the computer in the car right on the kick panel back in that corner over there, and remove any wires. And then also too, tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and cut that other glass out because the glass on this side is already gone. All right, we're trying to reduce some weight here, so I will be using a different kind of style. I'm probably gonna put in a solid piece of Lexan with a sliding window rather than this heavy piece of glass. So I'm gonna remove that, remove the motor, track, all of that stuff. It's gotta go. So yeah, guys, you get to see my daily struggles with the car. You gotta understand, guys, that most of the designs that I come up with as far as concepts, I just piggyback on the original design. But yeah, I assure you that these are in really, really tight. My main concern at this point, after I get the fuel line in, then I'm gonna hook up the fuel lines. I gotta get my Y block because I do not have one, and I gotta find a place to mount that fuel pressure regulator. It's really tight back there. This thing is not as small as I would like it to be, but I just want to put it somewhere where the AN fittings can get to it without it being like super tight, if you get what I'm saying. So anyway, it is what it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, Junkyard Doggin. Woo!